We now take a look at our first implementation of an interface. You can see here at line 4 in the class Invoice definition that we've said implements Payable to the right of the class name Invoice. Now, every class that you create in Java can extend exactly one other class, but may implement as many different interfaces as you need. And the way that you would indicate multiple interfaces would be to have a comma separated list of interface names to the right of the keyword implements. If your class does not explicitly say extends, then of course the class extends object implicitly. So in this case, our class extends object, which means every invoice object is also an instance of type object. And then separately, we implement the payable interface, so every invoice object is also a payable. And that's the key relationship that we want in this example, so that everything that is a payable object can be placed into a collection of payables, and that way we can iterate through that collection and make sure that we calculate the payment amount for anything which is an invoice or an employee, as we showed you in the hierarchy of figure 10.10. So in this class, we've got 4 pieces of private data, strings representing the part number and part description, an integer representing the number of items, and a double representing the price for each item. We have a constructor to initialize our 4 pieces of data, and then we've provided set and get methods for each of the 4 pieces. So set and get part number, set and get part description, set and get quantity, and finally set and get price per item. Now we have overridden the toString method that was inherited from class object so that we can provide a toString that makes sense for an invoice, and in this case that information is going to include the part number, part description, quantity, and price per item for the invoice. And then finally, the key piece in this example is that we're implementing the payable interface. And when you say that you implement an interface on a given class definition, you are signing a contract with the compiler which says you will provide a full-blown implementation of every single method declared by that interface. Now, our payable interface, if you look back over here, has just one method in it called getPaymentAmount, which must return a double and take no parameters. And if you look here in class Invoice, you can see that we have a getPaymentAmount method that returns a double and takes no parameters. We did add in the public keyword here because it is required. The reason it did not show up in the payable interface definition is because of the fact that all of the methods in the interface are guaranteed to be public and abstract. So by defining line 78 here, we are satisfying the requirement that says we will provide the definition of every method in the interface, and the body of this method says we're going to return the quantity times the price per item. Now, if we were to remove this definition or even accidentally spell the method name wrong, then we would not be satisfying that requirement. And just like an abstract class, when you extend an abstract class and you don't define one or more of its abstract methods, if you implement an interface and don't define one of its methods, you would have to go back to the top of your class definition and insert the abstract keyword. Otherwise, you won't be able to compile that file. Now, in our case, we were trying to create a concrete class definition that implemented the payable interface, so we did indeed provide the appropriate getPaymentAmount method.
Looking to advance your career by acquiring new skills? Tired of expensive off-site training programs? Wish you could learn from the best instructors in the industry? Look no further than live lessons. Self-paced, personal video instruction by the world's leading technology publishers. Each live lesson comes with a DVD featuring 3 to 4 hours of instructor-led classroom training, sample program code that allows you to work along with your personal instructor, and an example-rich study guide. Live lessons allow you to watch the entire course from start to finish, or navigate directly to any of the individual lessons. You'll literally watch over the shoulder of your instructor as he shows you how to build state-of-the-art applications. Live Lessons, the power of the world's leading technology experts at your fingertips. To learn more, visit mylivelessons.com today.